Many of our customers want to know more about the people on their coins, so we hope this series of short presentations will help.
This is the story of Vespasian, a successful general who became emperor in 69 AD and ruled for 10 years.
Vespasian was born in AD 9 into a family of mule breeders based in the hills outside Rome. His father was probably a tax collector, and because of this, Vespasian is nowadays regarded as their patron saint.
The young Vespasian chose a military career and was so successful that, aged only 34, he was in command of the 2nd Legion when the Emperor Claudius decided to conquer Britain in 43 AD.
Vespasian and his troops were given the task of conquering the tribes of southern Britain, moving from east to west along the south coast.
As they advanced across southern Britain, Vespasian's troops had to besiege and storm as many as 20 of the native hill forts, like Maiden Castle, before establishing a legionary base at Exeter.
After his success in Britain, Vespasian was promoted to consul, and his young son Titus was sent to be educated with Claudius's son, newly renamed Britannicus. However, possibly still recovering from several debilitating wounds, Vespasian took little active part in public life until the reign of Nero, when, in 63 AD, he was sent to be governor of the Roman province of Africa.
After his return from Africa, Vespasian accompanied Nero on a tour of Greece, but was disgraced and sent into retirement for falling asleep during one of Nero's musical recitals.
Vespasian's retirement was short-lived. In 67 AD, a serious revolt broke out in Judea, and the following year, Vespasian, now in his late 50s, was recalled to lead the army sent to repress it. This he did with the help of his elder son, Titus.
While still in Judea, Vespasian learned of the suicide of Nero and the chaos which followed, leading to civil war and to a rapid succession of ineffective emperors.
With the backing of the governors of Syria and Egypt, and proclaimed emperor by his own army, Vespasian left his son Titus in Judea, while he moved to Alexandria in Egypt, where he could control Rome's wheat supplies.
Meanwhile, his supporters invaded Italy and began advancing towards Rome. The ruling emperor Vitellius, a notorious glutton, was deposed by the Romans as Vespasian's army approached.
At the age of 60, Vespasian was hailed as the new emperor. He proved a successful and popular leader, albeit with a crude sense of humour. He repealed many of Nero's unfair laws, restored public order, rebuilt the economy, and healed the wounds of the civil war.
Vespasian was adept at publicity, paying pensions to writers and poets, and expanding the propaganda value of his coins, like the Judea Capta series, celebrating his own and his son's success in defeating the Jewish revolt.
To celebrate this success, Vespasian and his son Titus held a joint triumphal procession in Rome, parading the victorious army, Jewish captives, and the valuable treasure they had seized, much of it from the temple in Jerusalem.
They used the spoils of their Judean victories to finance public buildings in Rome, the most spectacular of which was the Colosseum, built over the gardens of Nero's palace.
The most important foreign adventure of Vespasian's reign was the restarting of the conquest of Britain, which had been halted following the revolt of Boadicea in 61 AD. This task he entrusted to his brother-in-law, who, like Vespasian, had previous experience of fighting in Britain.
After 10 years' successful reign, the 70-year-old Vespasian fell ill. Near death, he declared that an emperor should die on his feet, struggled upright, and collapsed. He still managed a joke for his last words. "I think I'm becoming a god."
Vespasian's two sons succeeded him as emperor in turn. Titus's reign was short, as he fell victim to a mystery fever after an eventful 2 years which included the destruction of Pompeii, a plague in Rome, and a disastrous fire in Rome. His younger brother Domitian ruled for the next 15 years, but became more tyrannical as he got older. Together, these three rulers are known as the Flavian dynasty.
You've now got to the end of this short presentation. If you want to download and save a higher quality version, please follow the link on the screen. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again.